050-212-615-341. Email marketing@sunfmzambia.net. It's a new dawn of new affordable advertising packages on Zambia's first and finest visual radio, reaching over 5 million people across the whole country. If you're not advertising on Sun FM TV, then you're probably not being heard or seen. Come on board and advertise with us. Everyone's not only listening, everyone is watching.
Hello, my name is Mwema Shanshima, and look at the stories making headlines. Zambia and Zimbabwe have pledged continued support for the implementation and advancement of the Lower Zambezi Mana Pools Trans-Frontier Conservation Area. Work has officially commenced on the construction of a 1 billion oil refinery in Ndola, a project expected to generate more than 1,200 jobs during and after completion. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has charged Rosic Merchants, a contracting company under Zambezi Portland Cement in Ndola, 80,000 kwacha for its failure to issue workers with contracts of employment. The Football Association of Zambia FAZ says Copper Queens head coach Nora Habtu proposed amendments to her current contract, leading to drawn-out negotiations that have ruled her out of the FIFA Series tournament assignment. Join me with the details shortly.
The News, 88.5 Sun FM.
And now the details. Zambia and Zimbabwe have pledged continued support for the implementation and advancement of the Lower Zambezi Mana Pools Trans-Frontier Conservation Area following a ministerial committee meeting held in Harare. Minister of Tourism Rodney Sikumba and Zimbabwe's Minister of Environment, Climate and Wildlife Evelyn Inglovu jointly convened the meeting to review progress, provide policy guidance, and strengthen cooperation on the Trans-Boundary Conservation Initiative. In a communique availed to the media, Mr. Sikumba said the meeting followed earlier technical engagements, including the Joint Management Committee meeting held on April 8th and the Committee of Senior Officials meeting held on April 9th, 2026. He said the two countries pledged continued support for the Southern African Development Community SADC regional integration agenda and the implementation of the SADC protocol on wildlife conservation and law enforcement, as well as the SADC TIFCA program 2023 to 2033. Mr. Sikumba said the ministers noted that the Lozamap TIFCA, established through a memorandum of understanding signed on May 26, 2023, has recorded notable progress, including the development of a draft land use plan, progress in branding such as the draft logo and brochure, and the preparation of a schedule of technical meetings for 2026. He added that the meeting further approved key decisions, including the drafting of a treaty to elevate the TIFCA from Category B to Category A in line with the SADC TIFCA program, and the establishment of 7 specialist working groups. Mr. Sekumba said the ministers emphasized the importance of sustainable financing and directed that resource mobilization efforts be intensified through strategic partnerships to support program implementation. They also pledged continued support for promoting community participation, improving livelihoods, and ensuring that the benefits of the TIFCA accrue to local communities while safeguarding biodiversity and ecosystem integrity. The ministers further directed the committee of senior officials to ensure effective oversight, coordination, and monitoring of agreed activities. The next ministerial committee meeting will be held in Zimbabwe in November 2026.
Gentlemen, we could not have reached at this point alone, and you did hear me speak to the aspects of our partners. I wish to extend our profound gratitude to both Zambia and Zimbabwe, to our development partners who have invested a lot of time and resources for our shared vision. First and foremost, allow me to single out GIZ through the SADC GIZ program for the invaluable support in developing our Mozambique local and tourism destination project. Your technical and financial assistance has given us a brand we can be proud of. Secondly, to the United Nations Convention on Migratory Species of Wild Animals, under the EU-funded project Cross-Regional Wildlife Conservation in the Eastern and Southern Africa and the Indian Ocean, for funding the development of the Joint Land Use Plan, the plan that will guide our decisions for decades to come.
Work has officially commenced on the construction of a 1 billion oil refinery in Ndola, a project expected to generate more than 1,200 jobs during and after completion. The facility was formally launched by Minister of Energy Makozo Chikote, who underscored its importance in reducing Zambia's dependence on imported petroleum and refined oil products. Mr. Chikote reaffirmed government's commitment to lowering fuel costs, highlighting its partnership with the Chinese government through Fujin Exin and the Zambia Petrochemical Energy Company Limited, ZPEC. He added that the project will play a crucial role in strengthening Zambia's energy security by ensuring petroleum products are monitored and refined within the country rather than relying on external sources.
Ndola has long been known as an industrial hub through its once thriving industries and have since declined. A new light is now shining on the city's future with efforts to revamp the industrial area following the groundbreaking ceremony of the Zambia Petrochemical Energy Company Limited, ZPEC. The facility, located adjacent to the former Indeni refinery, aims to modernize the fuel refining process while minimizing the operational losses. The launch was officiated by Minister of Energy Makozo Chikote, who emphasized that once completed, the project will enhance energy security and create jobs by reducing reliance on imported oil products, instead manufacturing them locally.
And also bitumen production and lubricants blending, thus catalyzing value-added industries and contributing to broader industrial cluster. So, Mr. Mulega, this is what this plant is going to do. What you were saying exactly, that's what is going to happen. It will benefit us in so many angles.
Copperbelt Minister Elisha Matambo highlighted that President Hakainde Hichilema's vision is to improve the lives of Zambians through job creation driven by industrialization.
The prospects of these projects, things like job creation for our communities, business opportunities for our local suppliers, and infrastructure development that will benefit the province at large.
The event was marked by vibrant displays of Chinese martial arts and fireworks before speeches from ZPEC Chief Executive Officer and a representative of the People's Republic of China.
Just moments ago, the Copper Belt Minister and Mr. Cornwell delivered inspiring and passionate remarks. Their words reflect deep care and strong confidence in this project, which we truly appreciate and find deeply encouraging.
This is China's response to President Hichilema's vision with concrete actions as an unwavering supporter for Zambia's growth.
IDC Chief Executive Officer Cornwell Muleya underscored the importance of Zambia-China relations in advancing industrial growth.
As partners, both locally and internationally, to be able to find workable mechanisms to get joint investment that benefits the country and moves the country forward.
Meanwhile, Access Bank is equally a partner in the Milestone project.
The proposed strategic initiative partnership is aimed at driving Zambia's energy sector growth and advancing the country's long-term development agenda.
The project is valued at approximately $1 billion and is expected to generate over 2,200 jobs within Copperbelt province and beyond. Reporting for Sun FM Radio and TV, I'm Cletus Mutoki in Ndola.
A contractor engaged by Zambia's Portland Cement has been fined 80,000 kwacha for failing to issue written employment contracts to workers following an inspection by Labour Commissioner Givens Montengwa. Mr. Montengwa said the contractor, Rosic Merchant, breached labour regulations by not providing formal contracts describing the offence as chargeable under the law. He has since directed the contractor to pay the penalty by April 30th and ensure all affected workers are issued with written contracts before the end of the month. He further summoned another contractor, Chatupa, to appear before the Labour Office to clarify the nature of its operations after its representatives were not found on site.
We received complaints and that's why we are here. And indeed we confirmed that they are not issuing contracts in writing. So in accordance with Section 22, that's a chargeable offence, an administrative penalty, and so we have charged them 80,000, which they must pay by or before 30th April, and we have equally directed them to ensure that contracts are issued by or before.
Meanwhile, the Commissioner also issued Zambezi Portland Cement a one-week ultimatum to begin negotiations with workers' union representatives for the year 2026. This follows the company's failure to comply with Zambia's Industrial and Labour Relations Act, which requires employers to start collective bargaining at least 1 month before the current agreement expires. The existing agreement ends in May.
Fully. You are also in breach of the processes in terms of going to the table to negotiate. You have not gone to the table to negotiate, so we are saying that you must urgently go to the table to negotiate. Starting next week, as you have put it, you are already in breach. You've just survived our capture because we don't have powers to charge an administrative penalty. But we can take you to court, which is a long process. But in the interest of the employees, that must be done within next week.
Speaking after the inspection, Human Resource Manager Voici Mukabali said management has already agreed with the unions to begin negotiations, expressing confidence that a new collective agreement will be concluded before the current one expires on April 30th.
And promise you that as Zambezi Portland management, we are committed to follow the law to the latter. We do our level best, and your observation have been acknowledged. We will do our level best. I can promise you next week, because we have already agreed with the two unions, we are sitting and we are having our negotiations accordingly. As I've already told your office, the current collective agreement expires on 30th of April, and we are definitely sure that we'll be able to conclude before the expiry of the current contract.
Government has expressed concern over the rising number of deaths linked to non-communicable diseases in Southern Province, with hypertension, diabetes, cancer, and asthma now leading causes of mortality. Speaking during the launch of the Village Vitality Foundation in Mukuni village of Kazungula, Minister of Health Dr. Alex Katekwa said hypertension cases in the district increased from 965 in 2024 to 1,399 in 2025, with further increases already recorded this year. He said NCDs have now overtaken infectious diseases such as tuberculosis and HIV as the major causes of death, largely driven by tobacco use, unhealthy diets, and reduced physical activity. He said even rural communities are shifting away from traditional diets, worsening the situation, while mental health and complications such as renal disease are also rising. He has since stressed the need for healthier lifestyles to curb the growing burden of non-communicable diseases.
Southern Province is leading in cases of non-communicable diseases, with high blood pressure and diabetes emerging as the biggest threats. Speaking through Southern Province Permanent Secretary Namani Monze during the launch of the Vitality Foundation in Mukuni village, Health Minister Dr. Alex Katakwe stressed the need for early detections to help save lives. Dr. Katakwe observed that the two conditions are now the leading causes of death in the province, with cases in Kazungula rising from over 900 in 2024 to over 1,200 in 2025, and even more early detections recorded this year.
So these diseases I've mentioned are accounting for the highest number of mortality within the province. Of course, we also have complications of these diseases such as renal disease, also getting on the rise. Hypertension increased from 965 in 2024 to 1,399 last year. And just this year, the District Director of Health has indicated that a significant number has been included. Just first quarter of this year.
Meanwhile, Foundation founder Veronica Mukuni stated that the volunteers have been equipped with testing kits to help detect cases early and hopes the program will expand to other provinces as well.
kuyolipimya ape takuisi kuyokuteti natwandogolera muno muchoko chakwa mukulu aba makwinzi bomwabona gayiminina makwinzi yonse zabya bizuwa soko uteti twakuzwana muyotumbwape twoyina muchoko chindi awa mpatwambira tujisiba kwini mwiko bazitaku Western Province so akwalo balalindira kuteti ino tuwo chitanzi tujisiwa kuinsatu bazwa ku Eastern Province abalo balalindira ino tuyo chitanzi tujisiwa kuimumbi bakuimumbi beba pati kubanga itubabami bonse Zambia bizuwa abalo bayanatetwa doja nikekulu swaba kuno kumusanza twaima tobiro abakwini musokotwani kwa uteti kwini wabinde uteti kubana amawazi swebo as queens.
On the other hand, co-founder Dr. Kabungo Katongo underscored the need for community involvement to have the program sustained and implemented effectively.
Have a heart attack to understand what diabetes is. We can prevent those conditions. And with projects like this, we've come to the community, which we do understand that the hallmark of these two conditions is to check. Because hypertension is be a silent...
For the Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board Commissioner and CEO Patrick Siampwili, the initiative speaks to the Vision Zero agenda set to be attained by the year 2030.
With this sensitization campaign that we just commenced, at Workers' Compensation, we are running a promotional program, a campaign called Vision Zero. Now, Vision Zero is a campaign aimed at reducing accidents to zero by the year 2030.
The sustainability of the foundation mainly lies among the community members of Mukuni village by embracing the health workers and to some extent accept changes of lifestyle. Augustine Kapambo reporting in Kazungola District, Southern Province.
The Zambia Police Service has addressed public concerns and misconceptions surrounding its recent staffing exercise following claims that the process lacked transparency. Public Relations Officer Godfrey Chilabi explained that the exercise was necessitated by retirements, attrition, and resignations within the service. He said authority was obtained to fill the resulting vacancies with internal advertisements issued mainly to qualified civilian employees, giving them an opportunity to transition into the mainstream police establishment. In addition, several positions were offered to candidates who remained on the waiting list from the 2023 recruitment exercise, as well as to individuals with essential technical and trade skills. Mr. Chilabi emphasized that the internal recruitment was aimed at strengthening manpower capacity, particularly in preparation for upcoming national assignments. He clarified that this exercise was different from the regular recruitment process, which is widely advertised to the public and is yet to be conducted. Ministry of Tourism Director for Culture Bessie Chilemu has underscored the importance of embracing culture as a central driver of tourism development in Zambia. Speaking on the sidelines of the 2026 Livingstone International Cultural Arts Festival, Ms. Chilemu said this year's event, themed Cultural Diversity Through Sustainable Development, highlights the need to integrate cultural heritage into the nation's tourism strategy. She noted that hosting the festival in Livingstone provides an opportunity to market Zambia's cultural richness alongside its natural attractions. While Victoria Falls remains a major draw for visitors, she emphasized the importance of showcasing diverse cultural expressions that define the nation. LICAF continues to attract international participation, with Zimbabwe and Botswana among the countries represented this year. More than 30 exhibitors, mainly from the handcraft sector, have confirmed their participation, a growing number that reflects rising interest in cultural tourism and expanding impact of the festival.
LICAF is also a platform where we are able to showcase the different cultural diversity that we have as a country. We have 73 tribes in Zambia, and during LICAF we are able to see the different cultural performances coming from the different provinces. So for this year we have a number of exhibitors that have come, and LICAF is growing every year. So we see that for this year our exhibitors amount to more than 30 exhibitors that have come in for the handcrafts. We also have the food vendors. In the past we do not have food vendors. For this year we have food vendors that have come in. Gastronomy is key, and gastronomy is all about food culture. We want our international tourists to understand and appreciate the food culture for Zambia, because it's the experience that will help the tourists to be able to tell the story and also to be able to come back again into Zambia, to be our ambassadors. So tourism is not only looking at appreciating the Victoria Falls, but it's also appreciating the Zambian fashion, appreciating the Zambian foods, appreciating the handcrafts, and this is what LICAF is all about.
Zambia and South Africa have reaffirmed their commitment to deepening bilateral cooperation in the tourism sector following the establishment of a joint tourism technical committee. The committee will oversee the implementation of existing agreements between the two countries. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Evans Muhanga, and South Africa's Director General of Tourism said the JTTC was constituted in line with decisions of the Binational Commission and the Memorandum of Understanding signed in October 2017. The committee will coordinate, monitor, and report on agreed programs aimed at enhancing tourism development. Mr. Muhanga said the partnership underscores both countries' shared commitment to structured and results-oriented implementation of tourism initiatives. He explained that the cooperation will focus on joint marketing programs, harmonization of standards, promotion of investments, and sharing of best practices in tourism statistics and digital transformation. He added that collaboration will extend to skills development, fostering innovation, and facilitating private sector partnerships to create integrated tourism products. Mr. Muhanga emphasized that the initiative is expected to ease tourist flows between Zambia and South Africa, spur economic growth, and create employment opportunities, particularly for young people. We'll take a break. When we return, we have more in the world of sports.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. It's time to power your life and say goodbye to blackouts with a new Topstar solar solution, the H50 hybrid system. Enjoy a safe and reliable solar solution at home or your business with the Topstar hybrid inverter, lithium battery, and 550-watt solar panels. Experience a peace of mind with reduced electricity bills, long warranty of up to 5 years with free installation. For more information, call or WhatsApp now on 0779 04 2000, 0779 04 2000, or visit our Facebook page at Topstar. Also, pay us a visit at our head office next to Arcade Shopping Mall. Topstar Solar. Power your life.
Thank you for staying with us. And now in the world of sports. The Football Association of Zambia says Copper Queens head coach Nora Haptu proposed amendments to her current contract, leading to drawn-out negotiations that have ruled her out of the FIFA Series tournament assignment. FA's acting Deputy General Secretary, Iva Lengwe, explained that Haptu will not travel with the team to Brazil due to administrative issues. He added that although travel logistics had been arranged, Haptu opted to remain in Lusaka to resolve outstanding matters. Assistant coach Charles Halubono will take charge of the team during the Brazil fixtures. Lengwe urged the public to rally behind the Copper Queens as they begin their FIFA series as preparation for the upcoming Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. He confirmed that despite visa delays and injuries, all summoned players have now departed for Brazil. Zambia will face Canada tonight, Brazil on Tuesday, and South Korea on April 18th in their final match of the tournament. Zambia kick off their FIFA Series campaign against Canada today at the Arena Paternel in Brazil at 21 hours Zambian time. Assistant coach Charles Halubono will lead the Copper Queens on this assignment, which is a preparatory tournament for the Women Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. The match will be the first ever meeting between 9th ranked Canada, and Zambia, who sit 66th on the global charts. The FIFA series presents an opportunity for the crop of youngsters that have been robbed in from their FIFA Under-17 World Cup experience, and some veterans that have World Cup, Olympics, and WAFCON experience under their belts. Thank you so much for joining us. Look at the headlines once more before we go. Zambia and Zimbabwe have pledged continued support for the implementation and advancement of the Lower Zambezi Mana Pools Trans-Frontier Conservation Area. Work has officially commenced on the construction of a 1 billion ore refinery in Ndola, a project expected to generate more than 1,200 jobs during and after completion. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has charged Rosic Merchants, a contracting company under Zambezi Portland Cement in Ndola, 80,000 kwacha for its failure to issue workers with contracts of employment. And finally, in the world of sports, the Football Association of Zambia FAZ says Copper Queen's head coach Nora Habtu proposed amendments to her current contract, leading to drawn-out negotiations that have ruled her out of the FIFA Series tournament assignment. Thank you for watching and listening. On behalf of the entire news crew and production team, I am Wema Shanshima. Stay tuned to Sun FM TV and radio. Bye-bye for now.
Sun FM.
Did you know that you can still watch your favorite shows from anywhere, anytime? Yes! Just download the StarTime's own app from Google Play or Apple Store, then register. You can link your DTT or DTH decoder to up to 3 devices by entering your smart card number and the last 6 digits of your decoder serial number. Then voila! You're good to go. You can also pay for your subscription, change your preferred bouquet, and other self-services on the app. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Topstar. Enjoy digital life.